This is Total Telecom at the Gigabit Copper event in Brussels, where I'm joined by Robin Mersh, the CEO of the Broadband Forum. Robin, you spoke today about G.fast and interoperability being very important. Let's start off with G.fast. Certification is the next big thing.
Yeah, certification is really all about proving interoperability between the different kind of elements of the G.fast story. So, you know, with DPUs, so that's distribution point units, and with CPE within the consumer's home. So yes, interoperability is very important because it opens the market up, it allows for choice, and it really makes a lot of these deployment models by the operators work. If you have bookended solutions, it tends to, they sort of say, not work quite so well. I have to choose my words carefully there, but I think that's the best way of putting it. It opens up choice.
Now, you've been doing a lot of work in G.fast. Tell me where we're at with G.fast, particularly the certification program.
Yeah, so we've made very good progress. We've had a number of plug fests already, which is the kind of the building blocks for the certification program. So that's gone very well. We're already in beta trials. We have quite a number of different products involved in that beta trial. We've made good progress with the test plan itself and with the test house. So yes, it's going well, but it's you know, it is challenging because this is a new product, a new market that's being formed. But we believe it's going to be very successful.
Now, it's all part of an overall working umbrella known as Broadband 2020 that you're doing now. Tell us about that wider concept.
Yeah, well, I mean, I kind of mentioned it in today's talk because you know, why we think it's important is it's one thing, you know, talking about G.fast and having higher speeds and, you know, having kind of next generation access networks. But, you know, what are you going to use this for? Because if you're the operator, you don't just want to keep on adding bandwidth, having more and more sort of like content which you aren't being able to monetize. And also your pricing is going down because that's been the trend for the last few years. You really want to generate new revenues, new services, new value adds, you know, things that consumers are going to want to buy, but can be enabled by G.fast. So we think G.fast is important for enabling those services. But what are these services going to be? So it's a key focus for us that you need that vision going forwards. The industry needs to grow, the cake needs to be bigger.
Yeah, one of the things you talked about was IP assured services.
Yeah, so this is one thing we're looking at that again it's kind of enabled by having more bandwidth in the access network. That you could develop services that are more specialized, that they are quality assured. So they're things that consumers and maybe some business users would be very interested in. Where they would be interested in paying a premium in return for having an assured service. So things like some business services, you know, that, I mean, I was talking to an enterprise the other day, I'll just give an example where, I mean, this is a global company, they're active in, I think, 150 countries. Their VP of networks told me that 40% of their workforce were home-based. So of all various different sort of varieties, but anyway, they all kind of needed things like business Skype, they needed WebEx services, they needed, you know, basically sort of like the kind of business services, you know, you're used to in an enterprise situation. But of course, they needed the quality of service to be just the same as if they were in their home office, you know, but at home. They needed it to be just as good. But how do you get that today? It isn't straightforward. So wouldn't it be great if you could have those kind of services delivered where it was seamless, you couldn't tell the difference, it was, you know, maybe sort of something that was organized centrally by the enterprise with the operator, but it really wouldn't matter where you were located. In fact, wouldn't it be great if it didn't matter whether you were wirelessly connected or at home or at the enterprise main site, but it was the same sort of everywhere. I think everyone would agree that would be a great thing to achieve, but of course, you know, these things don't come for free. You know, it would take some effort and some technology to put in place, but we think this could be a win-win for everyone. I mean, that's just one example. Another one could be like gaming services, maybe some other over-the-top kind of services, could be very interesting for the consumer market. we kind of think of it in a similar way to you think of a smartphone. People are very used to having a smartphone, clicking an app, maybe paying some extra money for it, but they're willing to do it because it's an extra service. Why shouldn't it be the same with fixed broadband?
Very interesting. Robin, thanks very much for talking to us.
Thank you.
So an insight from the Broadband Forum with perhaps some vital new revenues on their way for operators.